What's up, Edo here, and on this one we're going to be diving into this system, the process, how we have onboarded over 500 clients into our own AI agency, and how we are onboarding over 30 clients on a monthly basis, aka one client every single day. This is the process, these are the systems that we use to make sure that we are able to do that and keep our client experience high during the first couple days and during the first 30 days, and then that way increasing our retention and decreasing our churn rates, right? So I do believe like onboarding is one of the biggest levers that you can pull when it comes to your retention early on during the relationship. So yeah, that being said, we'll dive into all that. Just a disclaimer, a transparency thing. This is a recording of a training that I did a bit over a year ago. At the time, we were doing around 150, 160K per month with the agency, and right now with the same agency we're doing about 250K per month. I've been doing that for the past 5-6 months now at the time of recording this, and yeah, been at this over 5 years now in this game. There are a couple changes that we have added on and made it even better when it comes to our onboarding process, but this is the process that you can take and really get your agency going and just kind of understand the kind of dynamics of onboarding clients into the agency. But yeah, that being said, let's dive in. All right, guys, now that we are on my computer, obviously, in order for you to onboard clients, you need to have a predictable and scalable way of getting new clients in. So let me show you real quick how we got these clients and then what happened right after we closed them and what happened after that. So let's start with the acquisition process. In our agency, we run meta ads. So we run Facebook and Instagram ads. We have a testimonial type of videos, and there is an offer where they go into a survey page where they put in their information. They have filled out the long form survey. They will be directed to a calendar page where they can schedule a call with our setter. Setter calls them, qualifies them, increase the motivation, get them excited, and get them scheduled into a demo call. And basically on that demo call, our closer goes in, goes through the consultation, makes sure that they are qualified and that we can actually help them. And once we determine we can, we close them and we get a transition to the handoff. But basically at this step, if they don't schedule a call from the calendar page, our setter also goes in and triages these people as well. And basically, if they book a call from the calendar page, they will be directed to a pre-call guide where we have VSL, testimonials, more information about our program and product and us and how we can help them. And then that way trying to pre-sell them a bit, or at least get them excited and know a bit more about us before they hop on a call with our closer. And then basically, once we close the deal, handoff happened right away. So what do we do to onboard this client? Basically, the first thing that we do is our closer triggers a welcome email where the new client gets a welcome email with a link to a onboarding journey document. I'll show you the onboarding journey document in a second here. But basically on that, they give us their meta assets, etc., all that stuff. And our closer submits a deal close form, which has more information about this client so that our client success team knows enough of this person and their goals and their fears and their pains and problems, all that stuff, so that we can go in and show them the streamlined communication that we have within the company, and that way actually help them right out of the gate. What happens next is basically within 5 to 10 minutes of a new client signing up, one of our team members calls this new client and they basically congratulate them on joining the family and they get them excited again. And that way we call it the buyer's remorse call, just because we don't want that buyer's remorse to kick in right after high ticket purchase. So we want to kind of sell them again in terms of on why they got started, etc., and that way get them excited again right after the close, right after they have handed the payment to us. Also on this call, we direct them to the right place. We direct them to the onboarding journey documents, and we make sure they understand what they need to do next. What do we need from them ASAP, and where do they need to show up? What's the next call? What's the next thing they need to show up on? And that's pretty much a onboarding workshop. And on this onboarding workshop, basically it's a 90-minute call where our client success team goes over who we are, what we do, how we can help them, all that good stuff. We go over the occasions, we get them excited again, we show them the best practices, what they need to do in order to see success. So we go through all that stuff and we get to know them. We start building the relationship on that workshop. That is a group workshop that basically all the new clients hop on, so we can start building up the community effect there as well and get them to know other clients as well, which will then help them to get results as well. But basically on the onboarding workshop, we don't go into anything technical. We we just go over expectations. We show other results. We show around what they need to do to get those results. We show around the community that we have, and basically, you know, just get them excited and motivated again to actually do the things they need to do in order to get the results they want to get. Before then, actually, that I forgot to mention is most of our clients, when they come on, they have issues with meta assets. So Facebook page, ad account, giving access to those. We do have a Leadsy. We use a software called Leadsy to get a quick link access to their meta assets. But most of our clients, these real estate agents, they come on and some of them don't even have permissions to their own stuff. So it's a kind of a mess. So on the Andy Buyer's Remorse call, we also point them to like, hey, scheduling back a meta asset help call if they have any issues with that, so we can jump in and take care of that in 15 minutes. After they basically fill out all the campaign surveys, etc., they need to fill out the onboarding survey. They get a link to the community, they get a link to a university, they get a link to their own Mescula app and all that stuff. And once they fill out the campaign survey, at the same time, really, when all these CS stuff happens, client success stuff like the Andy Buyer's Remorse call, onboarding workshop, all that stuff, our team is working on the back end to get the campaigns launched, to get all that figured out, and all the technical side of things handled. So basically, once they hop on the onboarding workshop, the goal on our end, depending on when they signed up, we host onboarding workshop once a week on Mondays. So let's say someone signed up on Wednesday. Now they submit the campaign survey the same day. We get their campaign previews out to them on Friday. So like in 48 hours, Thursday, Friday, in 48 hours. And that way they get to see everything. They get to give a permission and all that stuff. And then once they hop on the onboarding workshop on Monday, we can sell them again on the results and show them how they can get the results and get them really excited to go after it and get those results, really. So quite frankly, we need them to do the work in order for them to actually get the results. We can do only so much for them. So then basically after the onboarding workshop, we can already go live. So we can launch literally after that in a couple days from them signing up. And the one-on-one launch call is something that we try to handle before we launch, but depending on when they sign up, they already may have gone through some university videos, they may have been on an onboarding workshop, all that stuff, so they actually may be already ready to go live. But so with some people, we have to do this as a launch call where we do it before the launch and then we go live. But with some people who are more advanced with tech, they're more tech savvy, they got everything done, they have gone through videos and stuff, they were on the onboarding workshop, we could basically go live before the one-on-one launch call. And then on the one-on-one launch call, we could go into the first leads and handling that situation, any questions they have, etc., and just making sure everything flows. But that's pretty much the flow. We launch the campaign somewhere between of these or right after this launch call here. And I'll show you how we manage all this stuff and in our client management software, we use ClickUp. But that's pretty much it. So everything on the tech side and building campaigns, all that stuff happens in the back end. The only thing we really need from them is the assets and then them to fill out the campaign survey and they get links to community, the app, all that, university. We build everything out, we send the previews, we go live, etc. Once we have the permission from them. And within the first month, we really want to have at least 3 calls with them, preferably 4. So when it comes to having the onboarding, so that would include the onboarding workshop, that would include the one-on-one launch call, a one-on-one quick call, which are like 15-minute calls just to check in how they're doing after launch, and then a one-on-one first monthly check-in call where we go into strategy and we help them in terms of like how to actually approach the leads and how to convert these leads at higher level. And then it's really just the day-to-day, all right? Keeping them generating leads, keeping them accountable, coaching them, etc., and then rinse and repeat. But let me dive into the onboarding things a bit more in depth. Coffee break. So when I said that there's only one place where we manage this client, we have this thing called Mastercard dashboard where we have this basically the onboarding and all the task management and giving tasks to other team members and all that stuff. Everything is automated within the dashboard, and the only thing our team members are basically doing is they change this Facebook campaign status from campaign building campaigns, campaign build to campaign tested and preview sent to campaign reviewed, campaign live, right? So that's how we manage manage, and every step of those creates a new task to other team member to take care of, so that we can move the client to next step during the onboarding. It's like all the giving out tasks and communicating when it comes to the onboarding of clients, we done with automations, and then team members just take care of those things that they have. So basically what happens, they get a checklist on their request desk, and in that checklist they have SOPs on every single thing they need to do, and they just take care of that, and they don't need to think, but they can actually just do it. So we can keep things more we can be more efficient, more effective, and keep things super streamlined, and basically have the same experience to every single client who comes on when we are able to just follow those checklists. But basically when we go into the onboarding journey, so when a new partner joins, I told you that there's we give them a congratulations call, the buyer's remorse call, in 5 to 10 minutes, and after that we direct them to onboarding success workshop, and then from there we try to go live after the workshop at latest on Wednesday, depending a bit of when they actually submitted their onboarding survey. And then we have a one-on-one check-in call / launch call that happens a couple days after we go live, or even before we go live, depending on how much the client needs attention, how much help, support they need to go live. Some clients need less, some clients need more, so we try to prioritize the ones who need more to handle those first, and then we go into the ones who need a bit of less hand-holding. And then we have our first check-in call in 1 to 2 weeks from signing up, and then from there we have our monthly one-on-one check-in calls, and graduation calls, all that, but we're talking about the onboarding right now. So that's pretty much how we do the onboarding. Then all these things happen in the back end, so email, SMS sequence. So SMS sequence, there's a video from me, welcome them to family, welcome emails from me with the link to the onboarding journey document, which they submit then, and they get then access to their CRM, as well as the university, etc., all that stuff, Facebook group, and the university training portal. And in the university training portal we have a bunch of stuff. I'll be going into those in different videos here, but the onboarding is pretty much like this. So we have a lot of things, we put a lot of effort on the onboarding, because the onboarding is, I believe the onboarding is one of the biggest drivers for higher retention, because we want the expectations to be in alignment what they can actually expect, right? And we want them to understand what they need to do in order to get the results, and we need them to start to do those things to get the results they're wanting for. And during the onboarding we want to create multiple small wins that lead into bigger wins, so that they can feel like things are moving forward, and shit is happening, right? And they're happy, oh shit, there's so much going on. And literally one of our clients recently was when I signed up, same day, there was just so much, I was wow, this is crazy, there's so much going on, and we able to get crazy fast results as well for clients, in-person appointments, all that stuff, because we get them excited on the small wins, which leads them to doing more inputs, put them more effort actually to get the results, and that will drive better results faster to them, which gets them more excited, which gets them better and better and better results. And they also trust us more when it comes to our feedback, when they see that we actually care and we actually the things are happening, right? And they're seeing those wins, and they're seeing other people win in the community. So that's crazy good. When it comes to our actual task, how we do onboarding is there's onboarding task build out with all different steps, and all of those have SOPs, we have video as well as written instructions, all that stuff. So anyone can really make that happen. Facebook campaign setup goes into Instagram as well, basically also divided into different steps, so anyone can make that happen. So these are pretty simple and straightforward things. Our team just takes care of those. The biggest thing that we want to put effort on is obviously speed, that we get things done and previews to them fast, and then also the client success related stuff, and building the relationship from the very first day they sign up, as well as increasing the trust and that they actually like, and the feeling that they actually made the right decision. If you wonder what these are, we basically, when the closer submits a deal closed form, those clients will go into new client's desk with information for the CS team, and then our CS team takes control over those, contacts them, a congratulation call, schedules one-on-one launch calls, make sure they have an invitation to the onboarding workshop, starts to go through those things. It's also a checklist, so they don't need to think like, oh, what did I need to do when a new client comes on board? They can just open the checklist and do the things they need to do do so that we can provide the same results and the experience to every single client. And then from there, once they submit the campaign survey, team gets the task when it comes to the setups, setting up things. They will basically then from the new clients be transferred to the master client dashboard and once they submit the campaign survey. And this is literally where we manage all our clients. We manage the onboarding from this one single status, and we manage the clients from, you know, everything. This is obviously a bunch of more information from here, how we do things when it comes to the client management and all that stuff. But we have this one desk where we manage everything. So that's pretty much it on that end. Let me see if I had, this is something I wanted to show you guys. So basically I have created like a document that explains our process from A to Z. So everyone in the company can come in here and see like, okay, what should happen next, all that stuff. So it's from sales, so all the way from prospecting, how we get leads, to the discovery calls, to game plan sessions, to close, and then to handoff, right? Handoff to the delivery basically, and all the different things that happens here like are explained. And it has the onboarding here, what happens, what the team needs to do, and what the first month, second month, third month, fourth month should look like. So we have literally created a roadmap for our client success team as well. For example, what do they need to focus on in specific weeks, what the client journey should look like, all that stuff, so they can just follow the roadmap and never need to wonder like, okay, what should I do now, where should I focus on, etc. But we have a clear roadmap for all of the clients. The only reason why we're able to do this is because we have a productized service and we have the same thing that we do for every single client, right? So we're able to do this process from A to Z and have the same experience for all of our clients by doing this, right? So it's really just about having a clear, streamlined process from taking a client from a lead to qualified lead to a client to onboarding, building things up, providing the building a relationship, launching them day to day to until like offboarding and renewals and all that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, really. If you have any questions or you want to learn more about something that I went over in this video, drop in the comments, and I hope to see you in the next one.